of ICI. With immense pleasure, I welcome our speaker of the day, CA Joseph of Trivandrum, who is here to train us on the MCA 21B3. I submit my sincere gratitude to you, Speaker Sir, for readily accepting my invitation to guide us on the MCA 21 version 3. My hearty welcome to all our members of Madurai branch. We wish to see you all. Please switch on your videos. I now request our Secretary CA Venkatesh sir to introduce a speaker, CA Joseph sir. Over to you, Venkatesh sir.
Happy evening to one and all. It is great pleasure for me to introduce our today's speaker, who is going to handle the session on training about MCA 21 version 3 LLP. CA Joseph sir is Trivandrum based chartered accountant in practice and pursuing CS final. Faculty for law since last 1 decade, as well as for costing and risk management paper. Previously was working with Muthoot Fincorp Limited as risk manager for 3 years. Expertise in incorporation and compliance services, as well as internal audit and risk management services. With these few words, I introduce CA Joseph sir before this virtual forum. Now the session is yours, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the work. And thank you, ma'am, for the invite. Good evening to each and everyone. So, once again, I am Joseph. I'm from Trivandrum. So, what we will be going through is just basic things about the new portal. That is the version 3 of the MCA site, MCA 21. So, what I'll be taking you through is nothing but just the basic things. I will not be able to go through the each and every forms because it's not allowed for us. So because there are many errors that is happening. So one-to-one cases is different from each case is different for each person. So I'll not be handling all those forms. So just the basic things will be taken care. So what we will be going through is just what is the difference that has happened in the new portal or the version 3, and the types of users that or the user profiles that we can create or that we can use. Then how each of the registrations can be done, like the user types are different. So each user type is registered in a different way, just slight differences are there. And then we may be having a profile in the MCA site already in that. So we may upgrade it. And also we may be trying to retrieve that old account. So how that can be done. And last would be like how we will be associating the DSC. Because in case of every business user, we will require the DSC to be associated, and right now the process is like we will be filling every forms in the MCA site itself, and then we will be downloading the form and affixing the DSC, like we are doing right now for the SPICE forms, that is with regard to the incorporation of the company. So similar to that, we will be we are right now just filling the forms in the site and downloading it and attaching the digital signature and just uploading it back. So but it is expected that soon it will be completely online system, and even the digital signature will be will be affixed on the site. And such verification, everything happens on the site, and we need not be downloading anything or uploading back anything. So only the documents which need to be uploaded will be directly uploaded to that website. So and also right now they are running this trial on the LLP cases, but sooner it will get applied to the whole MCA site, and companies also will come under this new version. So let's just sum up like what exactly has changed in the portal. like as I said, all the PDF filled offline based forms has changed right now into an online web based form. So everything, so most of the things that need to be filled up, like including the name of the LLP, the address, the details of the designated partners, their addresses, from the date from which they became the designated partner. All these things get auto-populated in the form. So most of our work will be reduced. But yes, right now, like the income tax portal, which was updated last year, there are some technical errors that is happening, and MCA is trying to rectify that. And unlike last time, this time our institute is also very particular that they have a team which will be helping the members to with regard to all these issues, and they are taken up directly with the MCA team, so as to rectify the issues as soon as possible for the members and reduce the headache. Like, I don't know if they will be able extending the dates or anything, but they are trying to get everything smooth as soon as they can. So there are two types of users or the user profiles in the version 3. Like it was there in the earlier also, like a registered user type as well as a business user type was there. So for what exactly is the user type's difference, or what difference can it make, is just that the registered user type is a simple user type where only the run form, or that is the reservation of the unique name for the new LLP, and the registration or the incorporation form, that is the fill-it, that only these two forms are accessible for a registered user. Other than that, for transacting any other like other forms, like the form 11 that is relevant right now, or form 8, so every other forms can be done only by a business user. So that is just to ensure that only the related or the person who is authorized for filing all these forms with regard to the LLP is doing that thing, or else it should be a professional like us. So they are trying to connect every form with some of the user. So that is the difference between the two user types. That is, one is a registered user, which can be used only for reserving the new name for an LLP, or maybe to file the incorporation form, that is the fill-up for the LLP. So right now, maybe we are in a situation, one of these situations, like one is maybe we have to create a new user. So ma'am was telling earlier that she registered registered her user type as registered user instead of the business user. So what I'll go through each and every type of the profile, user profile, but let's see that either the user has to be a registered user or a business user. Within business user, again, there are different types of roles, like maybe a director user or a designated partner user. Then it may be a company or LLP. It may register with its SIN number or LLP IN, or it may be a professional like us. Or there is one more category that is added by MCA a few weeks back. That is the professional staff category. So that is also a business user type, where I will explain it later on. So there are basically four types of users under the business user. Then we may be already having a registered user profile, and it may be a registered user as such. Maybe we can continue it as such, but it will not be doing any good to us, just because we will not be able to file any other forms other than a run or and fill it. Like for incorporation purpose, yes, we can use that registered user type. For any other forms, we have to upgrade it to a business user. I will explain to you how the upgradation process is done. So these are the current situations, and so what exactly is one more difference with the version 2 and the version 3 is that in version 3, for a business user, each and every user profile will require a unique mail ID. The mobile number can be used in multiple user profiles, but the mail ID should be unique for each and every profile that we create. Like if we are creating a 3 or 4 profiles for our staff, then we have to give 3 or 4 mail IDs to that. Then only that profile can be created. Mobile number can be the same. Like we can give a single mobile number for the all these 4 or 3 user profile. And one more issue is that they are right now trying to match every user, most of the user types with the PAN database also, so that the name as per the MCA and the name as per the PAN will be matching, or it should be matching. So these are the updates that has happened right now. So we will go through each and each step of user registration. So the first and the basic thing is a registered user. That is for a new client, if they are coming up and trying to create a create an LLP, then we can create a registered user for them, and that is simply done by logging into the accessing the MCA site. There is a portion tab called sign in or sign up. Clicking that will take you to the next the login page where you can register it. So registering the clicking on the register button, you will move to a page like this, where you can first select as a registered user for that person, and the user role will be restricted as individual only, and then PAN number may be entered. PAN is not a mandatory field in this case. For a registered user, PAN is not mandatory. So you may enter it, and you may also skip that. Click next, and you will move to the next page where you will be entering all the personal details like the name, date of birth, gender, profession, and the industry. So again, the first name, middle name, and the last name. The name of the registered user should be matching as per the PAN, or it should be as per the PAN that we had given earlier. Or the date of birth should also match with the name that is given in the PAN. So then we select the gender and the profession. Under profession, we have different options like business person, professional, researcher, salaried person, or a student, or any other case. And with regard to the industry type, we have other options, and if it is not matching with the actual thing, we can choose other service activities also. So once that is filled up, then click on the next button, and we will move to the contact details page, where we have to enter the address and PIN code, mobile number, and all. So address line 1 is a mandatory field, and sorry, hello.
There is some disturbance in your audio, so.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. So, is it clear right now? Hello, is it audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, we have to enter the contact details, like the address line 1 is a mandatory field, and the address line 2, if there is anything in that, and then we select the country, and then the PIN code. Once the PIN code is entered, the state will be automatically populated, and also there will be a drop down in city and area locality field, which will be restricted and filtered to like the exact city and the locality. Maybe there may be different choices within the locality, so you can choose among the locality which is applicable to you. And once that is filled up, ensure that you give a mobile number and an email ID which is accessible to you, because there will be an OTP verification that will happen. So email ID, as I mentioned earlier, it should be unique, and you give it and click on next, and you will get you will move to the password page, where you have to give a password as per the password policy that is applicable. Like it's just that it should be an alphanumeric, minimum 6 characters and all. So special character must be there, case sensitive. So all these things happen, and then we have to choose a hint question and give a hint answer. That's how we retrieve the password. And the new thing is that there is an option that they are asking whether we wish to avail the SMS alert facility. What exactly it does is that we will be getting the updates on the forms that has been filed with that profile. That we get that update registration once done, that will also get alerted. Every time that we log in, there will be an alert saying that you have logged in right now, or there has been a login with this user ID. So then on updation of the account, there will be a what we call the alert. Then other MCA updates will also get updated. So once that is done, you can create the account. Yeah. So you will receive an OTP.
There is a break in your voice, sir.
1 second. Okay, is it audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm just switching off my video so that the bandwidth is adjusted. So then the next page will be to get the OTP verified. So once it is done, and after we submit it, the user profile will get updated or the created, and we get a email confirmation. We get an email confirmation that we received we have created the new user profile. So this is the registered user type. The next thing will be a business user. Within that, the director user. So like before, we will click on the register button at the login page, and that will move you to this to a page like this, where you will choose instead of registered user, you have to choose business user. That is where we create the user profile for our director or the designated partner. You may create the profile for the designated partner or a director in case of why that is to be done is that most of the filings or the forms which are related to the director or the designated partner may be done through such a profile, so that there are some errors that is happening while we are doing from the professional user account. So that is related to the fetching the data about the designated partner, or maybe about the what we call the LLP and all. So all these things can be sorted out with a profile that is created for the designated partner or the director as such, and filing the forms through that. So you choose the user role as director or designated partner, and then you may enter the income tax PAN. Income tax PAN is not a mandatory field in this case, but you have to enter the DIN or the DPIN mandatorily in this case for a designated partner or a director. Once that is entered, you can click the next button and you will move to the personal details page. In the personal details page, you actually have to enter the first name, middle name, and last name as per the PAN database, and also the date of birth, then the gender. So after that, you will get move to the contact details page, where you have to enter the address and the location, locality, and all, as I explained earlier. It's the same. Choose the country, enter the PIN code. The state will be auto-populated. City and area locality will also get populated in the drop-down. You have to choose the right one. But one thing will be auto-populated again: the mobile number and the email ID. These things are auto-populated from the database of the directors. That is director or the designated partner. That is based on what we filed for the filed at the time of either the DIN or the DPIN creation, or at the time of the last KYC updation of that director. So that same thing get auto-populated here. Then clicking on next, we will move to the password or the password page, where we have to enter a password suitable and choose the hint question and give a hint answer. And then once we move, we will get 2 OTPs in case of a director or a designated partner's registration. One OTP will be going to your that mobile number, and one to the email ID. You have to verify both these things. At times there are errors happening saying that the mail is not received, but please check the spam box also. Okay, then so once that is done, our user profile will get created. That is based on the email ID that we gave. The next type of user is the business user, that is the professional user, which is relevant for us. So what we should be doing, or how we should be creating a business profile for us in the new MCA site is that we choose the business user type, and under the user role, we must choose professional. And once the professional is chosen, it is mandatory that the PAN number is entered in that page. So we have to choose the user role as professional, enter the PAN number, and then it will ask for the professional membership institute. whether it's ICSI or advocate or what we call the ICAI. So we choose that and then enter the membership number there and click next, and then we have to enter the name of our name as per PAN database. Again, PAN database is verified, and the date of birth should be entered. Then enter the profession and the industry type, and move to the next page. And we will get we have to enter the contact details like our address, the PIN code and all. Sorry, the PIN code and the state name will automatically get populated. Choose the city correctly, choose the area correctly, and enter our mobile number and all. And then we will move to the password page where we have to enter a password, give a hint answer, and then we will get an OTP. Like there will be 2 OTP that is coming. One will be to our mobile number and one will be to the email ID. So we have to enter both these and verify it, and then the user will be get created. One more thing, or the next type of user is the company or the LLP user. Why we should be creating a profile for the company or the LLP is that I have been doing the LLP filing for one of my clients, did one for my one other client through my profile, and it was smooth and everything got incorporated properly and it was filed properly within few minutes. But in case of another client, we were not able to actually populate all the data properly. So what happened is I had to create a different user profile for the LLP as such with and after that I tried to file the form 11 through that user profile, and I was able to get all the details properly into the form 11, and with that I could file the form. So it will be better that we create a user profile for the LLP, and with that we file the form, because since it's since everything is filled online and most of the data is fetched from the database, it will be good that we create something for the LLP asset. So in that again, we will be choosing as a business user, and the user role as a company or LLP, and then the PAN. The PAN number is a mandatory field in this case. So PAN will be filled up, and PAN of the LLP or the company has to be filled. Then we have to enter, or moving to the next page, we have to enter the SIN number or the LLP identification number, and or the Philip number. And once that is done, the company or the LLP name is auto-populated, and then the incorporation date has to be entered. That is, we have to enter that and click next. And there will be verification of the LLP number and the LLP number and the PAN, I mean the incorporation date. Okay. Sorry, once again. Is it clear now? Okay. Okay. Is it clear right now?
It's better.
Okay. Sorry once again. Here we will be creating the user details, user profile. So we have to enter the mobile number and a mail ID and choose one of the director or the designated partner for the OTP verification and all. So in that, again, the email ID should be unique for the LLP. And we have to choose from the drop down who will be the director who will verify the OTP for the company. So once that is done, and the password should be entered like before, and then we will get 3 OTPs in case of a director, in case of a company or the LLP. One to the company mobile number, one to the company email ID, and one to the director's mobile and email. The OTP that goes to the director's email and mobile will be the one and same, but that goes to the company's mobile number and that goes to the company email ID will be unique. So there will be 3 unique OTPs that is sent. So we have to enter all the 3 and submit to get the new user account for the company. So the last new type of user registration is the professional staff user. That is like we will be linking many profiles for our staff under a single professional user. So we have to create one user profile for us, and then then we can create multiple users for the staff to fill the data in the form. And we will be signing through our professional user account. So they can't do the complete filing in all of the cases. They have to get our signatures. So we will do the verification in each and every case. So how to do that is something similar. We register, and under business users, we choose professional staff, and enter a PAN is an optional field there. Then they ask for the membership institute and membership number. We have to enter our membership number and membership institute details, and then click on next, and they will ask for, and then the professional name, that is our name and the email ID and the phone number will get auto populated. So next step would be to enter the name of the person who will be the user. So we have to give their first name, middle name, and last name. Or middle name is not mandatory though. And give a date of birth and a gender. And then we have to give the contact details like the office address, the city, everything like we did earlier. And a mobile number, which can be a single mobile number for all the profiles. And but the email ID should be different for each profile. That is user 1, user 2, user 3. So we have to create different email IDs for each and everyone. Then we enter the password and details. And after that, we will get 3 OTPs again in this case. 3 OTPs means 1 to the new email ID and the 1 to the new mobile number that we gave. And 1 will be sent to the professional member whose membership number was used. So that is to ensure that the professional is aware of the new profile that is created. So our staff or no one else will be able to create a profile based on our membership number without our knowledge, unless we give the mobile to them or the OTP to them. Then once the OTP is submitted, the user profile gets created, and we will get a confirmation mail. The next step would be to update the profile. Next step would be to update the profile. That is, like I said earlier, for madam who has created a registered user by mistake, we can create update it right now. Updation is like we log into the profile with the user ID and the password that we created earlier. We log in, and at the top of the page there is an the name will be displayed. Click on that and we will find that there is an option for profile update. So click on profile update and you will move to a page like this, where you can choose that there is an edit option at each and every like field. So you can click on edit and the user category can be changed into business user. So once the user category is changed into business user, the next question, once the username is given as business user, would be what is the role of the business user? That is whether he is a director or designated partner, whether he is an authorized representative or of the entity, or whether he is a professional or a professional staff member. Any of these can be there. So choose one of that. If it is a designated partner, then once we choose that, we have to enter the DIN number and also choose the digital signature. Since it's a business user, digital signature would be mandatory. So choose the digital signature and the PAN, and that goes that will be updated. And if it is a professional user, then we have to enter the membership input name and the membership number and affix the digital signature. So that's how we update the profile. And once it is saved, at the top there will be a save button. Click on that save button to save the profile as such. And you can also edit other fields like the address, mobile number, mail ID, anything be it. You can update that also. And after the updation, you can click on the big save button at the top and the profile will get updated. And you will get a confirmation that like this, saying that your profile has been updated. Then what we go to do is, in case we have issues logging into the new profile, or every user profile that was existing in the version 2 has been migrated as such with the same password to the new version also, but there are some errors also happening. So we can choose the option to of forgot password to retrieve that. And how it is done is like we click on forgot password and they ask for the email ID, and once the email ID is entered, then they may be asking for the PAN number, and once we enter it and also the hint question, answer the hint question and ask for the OTP verification, we will get the OTP on our mobile and we can enter that. In case of a business user, that will be done through DSC verification, and then we can update the password as we like. Then another situation is about associating the DSC. Like it used to be done earlier. We have to log into the profile, in the new profile, and once we log in, there is an option under MCA services. Under that, there is an option called FO LLP services. In that, associate DSC option is there. So click on associate DSC, and then it will ask for the ask to ensure that we have the latest WebSocket installer, that is the EM signer or the EM bridge is there. And then we have to select the token and select the certificate and enter the token password. And once it is entered, submit it. and the DSC get associated. If there is an already a DSC is there and we have to update it because of we have wrongly associated someone else's DSC, or we have the old DSC has expired and we took a new DSC, then in that case we can update it like this, the same way. So these are the basic activities that we have to do. In case of any specific form related issues, you can actually raise a ticket in the website of MCA, as well as file a fill the form, a Google form. I will place it in the chat box. You can create send a request on this for Google form also. Someone from the institute will be contacting you in that regard, and they will be helping you at the as far as they can. And if it is not something that they can solve, they will escalate it to MCA people and get it sorted out somehow. So these are the things that I go to tell you, and in case you have some queries specifically, even with regard to forms, you can ask right now.
So now this is only for LLP login. In
Yes.
case we have, when the company login is ready, again we'll have to register as company user.
Not necessarily. The version 3 profile once created will be useful for every version 3 logins. Everything
But in
will
the portal we are able to see two logins now. So login for LLP
Yes.
and login for company separately.
Yes, right now it is like that. It's just because the V3 is a separate server, so everything will move to V3 soon. So it will be a single login like it was earlier.
And
That will
we'll
be
be
the
able to
V3.
see the old return we had filed also.
Yes, no, not really, but it will can you ask me the question once again? Sorry.
No, as professional, we would have filed many AOC forms and things like that, DTD3 and all. So
Yes,
now
yes.
when we log in into the new portal, we'll be able to get the details of the old forms with what we have
Yes,
filed.
yes, yes, we will be. Everything will get migrated to the V3.
Okay.
But as I said, it's a migration process. Technical issues are natural, like in the income tax forms, income tax site. There can be some missing things. Few years will be only few years may be migrated, but the profiles and the database things will surely get migrated, and it is being migrated right now.
Members may please unmute yourself and come up with your queries if any.
Hello. Hello. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm Ravichandran. Actually, I have a registered user, but I couldn't be able to convert into business user. When I try to convert, it says already a registered user ID existing for this membership number.
Okay, so you have created a registered user, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have not given the professional membership number or anything in that.
Actually, I have created one business user ID long back.
Okay.
That time I have to use my DAC to sign in.
Yes, sir.
But that gives lot of difficulties, and because that beginning of version 1 actually. Yeah, so I gave up that idea. I don't know even remembering what idea I have given the time.
Okay.
Now I have again made a registered user ID subsequently, and till now it is going smooth.
Okay.
But here it's not converting into business.
Yes.
User.
So as I explained earlier, we can actually upgrade it. The process is like you have still two options there, either to upgrade it, or maybe you can retrieve the old business user which was used created based on your old email ID or something like that. So that is also possible. Anyway, I will just tell you the how you can upgrade the current registered user. So
Excuse me, sir. I tried to upgrade, but it says you have already have some other business user ID linked with membership number.
yes, so that's the issue. So if that is the problem, you can do one more thing. It is like either you can retrieve that old user ID with a forgot password, and forgot user ID option is also there. I will just show you one.
Yeah. It give me a password actually. Sorry, it give me a one-time password in my mobile number, and when I feed that one-time password, it always says it is wrong.
Okay. So that's basically because the usually it's because of some errors in the migration process. So what you can do in this case would be, what I would suggest is that you can upgrade the new or the existing registered user type into a professional staff member user type. So what it does is that you can give a new email ID into it, or you may use the same email ID that is already registered, but that will be something like it's not your business profile, but it is your staff profile. So you can do all the filings and things in that. But again, there will be for the digital signature and all, you can use the DSC also.
DSC of whom? Mine.
Yeah, your DSC.
Okay, so I will try this thing.
Yeah. If that is not, if again some errors are happening, I would suggest that you raise a ticket telling that the OTP issue is happening.
Ticket also unable to raise. It always shows alert BG overlay error. Always ticket unable to raise. I have made one complaint to another email ID is given in the website.
Okay.
But they give me to raise ticket, but ticket I unable to raise.
Okay. In that case, so I would suggest you to fill the Google form that I have sent right now. Just someone will be helping you from the institute with this issue.
Okay, now.
Vijay sir, requesting it. We are filing Form 11. In many LLPs, the partners' details are not pre-filled and the capital contribution is mismatched. Yes, sir. I am personally experienced the same thing. So that what the solution that I received, or what I tried was that I created a profile for the LLP asset. I created the profile for the LLP with the LLP IN that was available. And with that profile, I I filled the Form 11 where the data was found to be correct. But yes, in some of the cases, like some of the cases where the LLP ID, LLP profile was also created, there are mismatches happening. That is just because of the migration issues. You can raise the ticket as well as fill the form, Google form, to get the help in that case if the issue still exists. But please try with a new profile for the LLP as such, and I hope that will resolve the issue. Any other queries? Any extension of LLP 11? We have been requesting the same with the whole team of trainers has been requesting the same, because we are finding it difficult to fill the forms and upload it. So I'm not sure, but there has been representations with the MCA also for the extension, but don't trust them. I don't think they will be extending it, or maybe we have to wait till 30th. But I am not sure, because there, yes, there are errors, but somehow it's many filings are also happening, so they mean I'm not sure, sir, about the extension.
Dear members, you can download the train the trainer presentation, which I have just shared in the chat box, and you can go through it for any further issues. So any other doubts? Speaker, sir, I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So once again, thank you all. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for the committee for inviting me for this.
Thank you. So over to Secretary, sir, for vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all. Respected MBSIRC chairperson, CA Manimegalai madam, and today's speaker, CA Joseph sir. It is my privilege to offer vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of,
So you'll have to switch off one of your.
okay. 1 second.
Tamraj sir, garden இருக்கீங்க.
Okay, good evening to one and all. Respected MBSIRC chairperson, CA Manimegalai madam, and today's speaker, CA Joseph sir. It's my privilege to offer vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of MBSIRC of ICA, I extend a really sincere thanks to our speaker, CA Joseph sir, who has spared his valuable time to address our member on training about MCA 21 version 3 LLP. In spite of hectic schedule, simple and nice presentation, and it is useful to our members, sir. Thank you, sir. And I also thanks our past SARC chairman, CA PVR sir, senior members, fellow members, and all members one and all. I also thanks all Madurai branch managing committee members. Again, I thank you for being with us this evening. It's great pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you. Sir, I've already shared the presentation in the chat box, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Speaker, sir.
Ma'am, sorry. Tajir Insurance sir has asked for the email ID. I will just of the email ID in the group. I mean chat box.
Yeah.
In case of any doubts, you can mail me or maybe also call me on my mobile. I will try to help you with as much as I can, because I too like it's something new for us also, but I don't know. I have been trying myself with each and every forms and every login. So maybe that's my experience. Every mistake has been done. So you can ask me. I will try to help you in all those things. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Speaker.
Yeah, so, ma'am, 1 second. Sorry.
Any extension for LLP 11 form.
No. As if now, no. Yeah, that's it, right. I hope everyone received the mail ID and the phone number. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.